Facebook, what's going on? Matthew Loop here, best-selling author of Social Media Made Me Rich. Here's how it can do the same for you. Coming at you on a beautiful Atlanta overcast sky type of a day. I'll tell you what, if you get the chance, I love shooting videos on overcast skies when the days are like this because it's some of the best lighting you'll find, and you can switch it up and vary the scenery. So just an FYI, a quick video tip anyway, but this video is all about showing you 7 common and costly Facebook fan page marketing mistakes that I see doctors, entrepreneurs, and small business owners of all types making. So I think you're going to really find this content valuable. And by the way, when you join, show some love. Let me know you're actually listening to what I have to say and that you're finding this content valuable. Joanne, hey, good to see you. Always like doing these Facebook Lives to help empower you guys to create more influence, impact, and abundance in your own life. So you will enjoy this presentation again. So what I'd like to do is start off with the number one reason, a common and costly mistake that I see many doctors and professionals make when it comes to marketing their fan pages. If you're just tuning in, again, show some love. Let me know you're actually listening to what I have to say here. But the number one mistake is assuming that people will go to your Facebook fan page more than one time. I know, we're hurt. Our egos are just crushed right now. But the reality is, if you understand how Facebook behavior operates, people, if they see a fan page that they like, they might go to the page one time, they'll click the like button, and they'll expect to stay posted on the content and updates in the news feed. So this is how it operates. Now, I know a lot of professionals and consultants or doctors, they spend a lot of time and way too much focus on stuff like the header banner. And while I agree that that's important because it sets a great first impression, there's other things that are better to focus on because, we're out to leverage our marketing message the best way we can to our community, but we need to understand the behavior on the network, which is that most people will just see our updates in the newsfeed. So we have to be more concerned even on that. So that's actually number one. Now, the number two big mistake that I see is actually expecting your call to action buttons to do all of the work and heavy lifting for you. These are the buttons that you might say call now on your Facebook fan page or schedule now or whatever you want to say in there. Here's the deal. While the call to actions might actually pull some fans, like, hey, like our page, or might pull some calls, most of your content, if it's really good content, will pull an overwhelming majority of likes or calls to your office or whatever you're actually going to create your outreach campaigns for. So don't get tripped up necessarily in thinking the call to action buttons are going to do all the work, because they're not, in fact. The third common and costly mistake, and this really deals more so with Facebook advertising, but I thought I'd throw it in here anyway, is not having a Facebook advertising budget. This is 2018, and the reality is, if you're lucky, you might get 5% of all your fans that see any given post. I know I've talked about this in previous videos and presentations where I've even demonstrated on my Facebook fan page that we have like almost 28,000 fans. You'll see some of my updates that literally have been shown to 116 people. It's not even 1%. It's terrible. But that's just how the social network is actually filtering. So understanding that, you have to have some type of budget. You can't just have zero. You can't just have $10 or $50 per month. You need a substantial budget. And typically what I recommend is having at least $500 per month that you're going to put out there and use for either content promotion, branding, and or direct response, meaning you're getting someone to take action right now, to call your office, to make an appointment, to buy something online. We have to fuse those strategically together. So again, more like an advertising mistake, but I wanted to throw it in here anyway for the marketing. Now, the number 4 problem that's a costly and common mistake that I see with the fan page marketing is not having your personal story in the About Us section on your fan page. Facebook allows you to do this now right on the homepage if you actually looked on your fan page. So go to your fan page right now and you might see a little section that says add this About Us tab or add a personal story. This is where you can actually detail whether it's your journey into chiropractic, let's say you're a doctor watching this right now, whether you have some type of tragedy to triumph story. Be relatable so people want to connect with you. Don't be afraid to show little chinks in your armor, because that's how you're going to find the most people are receptive to your message. In fact, one of my videos that is a personal story video of mine, or my personal story in general, has almost 1 million video views. And I consistently note that whenever I push that out in my marketing or outreach efforts, it gets virally shared like crazy. That's what you want. In fact, I just posted something today that you probably didn't see because Facebook is filtering like crazy, but on this profile, if you actually look at one of my previous status updates, you will see it was a personal story engagement ad from a doctor in Michigan. I just took a quick screenshot and you see over 600 and something likes. I think it was over 350 shares, which is fantastic, and then 200 and something comments. So really powerful stuff when you dial that in and couple that with your other campaigns and your messaging. So the fifth reason is actually being self-centered. Now, you can talk about yourself, your credentials, but most people want to hear about the result you're going to generate for that individual or how you can help them better their quality of life. And that's what you should be focused on every day, day in and day out, whether it's through a video, article, text, comment, graphic, bettering their quality of life, little by little, step by step, inching them toward the result that they want to generate, not you. Does that make sense? So number 6 is actually not engaging people. And this is a very easy way. And by the way, listen, if you're just tuning in, show some love. Let me know you're actually listening to what I have to say. This content is valuable and benefit for you. I love doing videos like this. Mentioning at the previous, early in this video, how I love overcast skies because it's the perfect lighting to create content. You can vary it up, and so I'm pretty enthused right now, I have to say. But not engaging people, and what that simply means is maybe you're not asking enough open-ended questions on Facebook. You might say, well, I'm not really getting a lot of comments, but are you asking for comments? There are studies that have found that if you actually end your post with an open-ended question, whether it's a text update, you're going to get something like 70% and more engagement, comments. That's what we want. It's really important to have engagement because that actually gives our post more legs. The more comments you get, the more you respond, well, the more free visibility you get in the newsfeed. And it's just a great practice to get into to create that community, that engagement. Now, the next one is overselling and or hard selling without actually building relationships. There's nothing wrong with selling, and what I mean by selling is educating your audience. Not doing the hard sell, vacuum cleaners, salesman type of deal, but actually educating a prospective client or a prospective patient. That's completely different. We're always trying to educate them, and if you do it right, that is technically, it's communication. That is sales right there. But don't oversell. Don't try to ask for something immediately without giving value first. If you notice a lot of my content that I put online, I might have a call to action at the very end of the content, but here's what I do. I give you so much great free stuff that you can use to grow your practice, your business, that makes you real dollars in the bank, that I've had time after time doctors, entrepreneurs come up to me and they say, I actually feel bad about not buying your stuff. That's the reason why I bought your stuff, because I've made so much money from your free advice. Right? It's not like I'm trying to guilt trip people into buying my stuff. It's just I'm committed to the long term and I'm going to give value. And then eventually, whether it's tomorrow or a year from now, they're going to eventually buy one of my products and services. That's just how it works. You establish that trust factor first. And there are ways that we can get people into our funnel faster and make them buy faster or become members or new patients or clients and whatnot. But it's just something to consider, certainly, as you go on this this campaign of engaging people on your Facebook fan page and whatnot. So listen, those were the 7 common and costly Facebook fan page mistakes. There are many other mistakes that I could have went over in this video right now, but hey, listen, if you like it, certainly thumb it up. Tag a friend, maybe you feel could benefit from this information. Maybe they're already making a mistake. And if you want to connect closer, if you want to really ramp up your social media efforts, then go ahead and direct message me. I don't care what type of doctor or professional you are right now. Maybe you're a beginner, you're just starting out, and you're not really doing too much. Fantastic. There's a huge opportunity for growth. Maybe you're already using social media a little bit, but you could probably refine and dial this in if you master it and you crank it up a notch. Maybe you're already crushing it. Maybe you're doing over 30 or 40 new clients or customers or new patients per month, and maybe you're doing over 30,000 a month in sales. That's fantastic, but you know you're capable of more. Regardless of whatever category you fall into, I can definitely help you expand to the level that you want to. I've worked with all types of business owners, professionals, small companies, from doctors to dentists to attorneys, all the way up to the Fortune 500s. And everyone's a little bit different, but I like to get in there and figure out where the opportunity for growth lies, where the low-hanging fruit is, because sometimes it's just the small minor tweaks that can produce the biggest gains in your practice, your business, or your life. So certainly message me, tag me, or email me if you have any questions. I'd love to help you grow. There's so much opportunity for prosperity and abundance this year and beyond. When you dial in social media, you want to take a very comprehensive approach. That's why, your first step, if you haven't already done so, is to get your hands on this book. Read this book. Read this book. I charged people $15,000 for what was in that book, and I gave it away practically $30. It's a great deal. It's a great deal. That'll get you going real fast. And certainly, if you need any help, otherwise, let me know. I'm always here to support you. Like this content if you find it valuable, and let me know if you have any questions. Maybe there are other mistakes that I missed. If there are, post them below, or silly and dumb things that you see doctors or professionals doing. Because listen, everyone is about improving their brand, their business, cranking it up a couple notches. It's time to stop playing small. In order to do that, we need to understand the common denominators of the world's most successful brands, businesses, and then stop making silly mistakes that will cost us time, energy, effort, and money. So this is Matthew Loop. Hopefully you found this valuable. I'll talk to you soon, guys. Ciao.